only thing she responded with was that she was excited to see her daughter. No mention of being excited about the dress or the appointment. That's intentional. Meanwhile, the MC says, casually in front of everyone, that these two met at his engagement party to someone else, and that it was love at first sight. Hey guys, welcome back to another week of me reacting to your wedding stories, the good, the bad, the ugly, and everything in between. I've got 2 stories for you today, so buckle up. It's my birthday month, so in honor of my birthday month, I want to do a little special giveaway for everyone over here. First things first, the grand prize winner is going to win a $75 Amazon gift card as well as a personalized signed copy of my brand new book, Here Comes the Drama. Then every week during the week of August, I'm going to pick one winner for a $10 Amazon gift card. And you could be the grand prize winner and just be really lucky and win a $10 Amazon gift card during one of the weeks as well. So here's how you're going to enter. All you have to do, it's super simple. Just subscribe to my channel and then comment below on this video. You can comment a regular comment about the story and then just make sure you add entered so I know you're specifically entering into the contest and not just a random person that is commenting. I want to make sure it's really for my subscribers that have been here to support the channel. I'm just so grateful for you guys, and just being my birthday month, I want to give back to you and say thank you so much for being here. For more details on this giveaway, how to enter, and the prizes, please read the description below. It's super easy, and I'm just grateful again for you guys to be here. Okay, let's get into today's story. Like I said, we've got a couple, so let's see what we got going on. Okay, story number 1. My fiance and I got engaged in Texas, but we'd already planned to move to the East Coast a few months later. I scheduled a dress appointment in the city we were moving to and invited everyone: my bridesmaids, my mom, my future mother-in-law, and my future sister-in-law. My future mother-in-law suggested that I check out some dress shops in Texas before we left, just to get a sense of what styles I like. I appreciated the advice and agreed. So I made an appointment in Texas and invited my mom, maid of honor, sister-in-law, and mother-in-law. I'm wondering where all these people live. To invite them to both places in 2 different states, 2 different areas of the country is kind of asking a lot. I mean, an invite's just an invite, but I know that would feel like a lot of pressure, being invited to that. She couldn't fly in since she lives in the East Coast, but she said she'd FaceTime in during the appointment. She knew the date and that it was happening. The week before the appointment, she got upset with my fiance, and by extension me, and gave us the cold shoulder the entire week leading up to it. On the day of the appointment, I tried on a few dresses and ended up finding the dress, my dream dress. I absolutely loved it. Okay, I have to pause. This is not going to end well. Even though it was her suggestion to look first and get ideas, the fact that the bride's already found her dress and the mother-in-law couldn't make it and didn't call into the appointment is going to be a problem. Just gonna guess. I absolutely loved it, but felt guilty that the rest of my bridesmaids and my mother-in-law weren't there. Here's what I say about that too. I've talked about this before. You don't need a million people at your dress shopping. Like, I feel like, at least me personally, I only had 4 people there. I had my mom, my mother-in-law, my maid of honor, and another best friend of mine that was a bridesmaid. I just feel like you don't want too many opinions. You want to keep it kind of small. And again, it's another ask for people to come to, right? As a bridesmaid, you already have all these things to attend to. So if it's one less thing they have to go to or one more surprise for later, I think it's better to keep it small. Again, to each their own. She didn't FaceTime in, and the only person with their phone out was my maid of honor who was taking photos. She didn't FaceTime my mother-in-law because she doesn't know her personally. Yeah, I don't know. You shouldn't feel like you have to. It's a nice gesture, but it sounds like the mother-in-law didn't really want to be FaceTimed in because she was mad at them about something. Later, I found out that my sister-in-law called my mother-in-law after the appointment, and somehow my mother-in-law had completely forgotten it was happening. She even claimed she didn't know it was scheduled in the first place. Oh, interesting. Wasn't it her idea? Yeah. Looking at this, it says it was her idea. Now fast forward to the present. My dress is ready in Texas, and we're flying down in a few days. We invited my mother-in-law to come this time, and she's joining. But when my fiance texted her, she refused to talk on the phone. The only thing she responded with was that she was excited to see her daughter. No mention of being excited about the dress or the appointment. That's intentional. And she's not saying it. She's being very passive aggressive, even though it was initially her idea to go there. The fact that she's like, oh, talking to her son, and she's like, I'm so excited to see my daughter. No, nothing about being a part of this appointment. When my fiance gently pointed that out the next day, she went nuclear, completely defensive. And now she's made my entire wedding dress experience about her own perceived hurt from so-called miscommunications. So here's the thing, as a complete outsider that doesn't know anything about, their behind the scenes or the backstory, if I really wanted someone to be a part of my dress shopping and I was in communication with them, I would make sure to text them that morning or make sure they were included. It sounds to me like because the mother-in-law was already fighting with the daughter-in-law and the son or the fiance, there was already some like rocky roads. Like she was ignoring them, she was giving them the cold shoulder. Things were already kind of weird. So it seems like no one really tried to reach out. Now, it does say that the sister-in-law was at this appointment though. So why is the sister-in-law not telling her mom, like, hey, remember this appointment? I'll call you when I'm there. So it seems like a lot of miscommunication, a lot of hurt feelings. But at the end of the day, if it was important to the mother-in-law, she would have kept that appointment in her phone and be like, I'm calling in that day. I don't want to miss it. Instead, now it kind of sounds like she's being the victim in the whole thing. Because at the end of the day, like, she had people there, she found the dress, she took the mother-in-law's suggestion of going early, and it is what it is. So it doesn't say anything about what happened next. They might still be in the engagement process, so maybe the wedding didn't happen next. So if you are watching or listening, I wish you the best, and I hope everything is kind of smoother on out. Okay, story number 2. My mom remarried one of my dad's and uncle's friends from college. Oh, that's interesting. My dad and uncle went to college together, and years later, I ended up going to the same school. I even grew up around their college friends and their kids. So while it was definitely strange, it's not totally unheard of in our family. That would be really weird, like, especially if you grew up with the friends, like, kids. So they're like friends of yours, and you're like, oh, now our parents are dating, but my dad is their friend too. I don't know. I guess she doesn't mind. Whatever. Even more unusual, my mom has always had a close relationship with my dad's mom. So when she got married to this man, again, college friend of my dad and uncle, my dad's mom, okay, this is getting complex. Okay, my dad's mom, so person's grandma, his brother, my uncle, his wife, and their 2 kids were all invited to attend the wedding. So it's like a new wedding, and her immediate family of her dad's is still all being invited. And it says, my dad, however, was not invited. That's awkward. That's really awkward because he was the friend with this guy too. So that's going to be a weird friendship for them. They must not be friends anymore. But the mom's invited, the brother's invited, the wife, the kids, they're all coming. Before the wedding, I told my mom I got a weird vibe from her MC, but she brushed it off and said I was just being mean. During the wedding, they played a recorded interview of the couple talking about how they felt about each other. It was all extremely surface level. He's funny, he's attractive, etc. Very cringe. She's saying that, not me. Then, in what I can only describe as divine timing, while the MC was telling the story of how they met, my elderly grandmother, so my dad's mom, was slowly walking past a large window right behind him, painfully slow. Everyone saw it. You couldn't not see her. Meanwhile, the MC says, casually in front of everyone, that these 2 met at his engagement party to someone else, and that it was love at first sight, even though my mom was already married at the time. Oh, that's one thing you just don't say. And why is an MC giving a speech at the wedding? Like, you're gonna kind of give like some, you say things as an MC or a DJ, right? Maybe some funny things, but you're not supposed to give a speech and that kind of thing. It says an absolutely unhinged thing to say at any wedding, but especially with her ex-husband's family and their mutual friends sitting right there. And we don't know how long they were married for, but the fact that this person wrote in, I'm guessing they're a young adult at least. So they were married for quite some time. I mean, we don't know when this happened. But they had kids together, they were married a while, and this guy's saying, oh, I met them a long time ago at an engagement party. And they were love at first sight. Woo! That's like one of those things that you like read in a romantic comedy. And you're like, oh my gosh, that's so romantic. But like in real life, ooh, that stings a bit. I was across the room texting my cousins, completely mortified. As if that weren't enough, her best friend and business partner, who has been in love with her for years, got up to give a speech. Wait, why are all these random people just giving speeches? I mean, maybe they had like an open mic type situation, but you guys have heard me talk about this before. Only allow planned speeches of people you want. Do not just hand out the microphone because things like this happen. You don't really know what people are going to say. People are just like in their feelings. They're anxious, nervous, and they just like, throw stuff out there that doesn't necessarily need to be said. So yeah, this says he could barely get through it, choking out a few words through tears before she asked him to sit down and basically stop talking in front of everyone. I tell this story to everyone I know. Yikes. Yeah, let's not do unplanned speeches. I mean, maybe he was planned, it just doesn't say it. It says it's her best friend and business partner, so maybe he was in the wedding. But also, like, if he's in love with her for years, why is he going to the wedding? And is he crying because she's not his? What's going on here? I have a lot of questions. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out with me again this week. And again, check out my giveaway going on during my birthday month, the month of August. You can win a $75 Amazon gift card and a personalized signed copy of Here Comes the Drama. And then, of course, I'm doing little giveaways every single week. All the details are below. If you've not checked out my podcast, please check it out. It's a lot of fun. We have new guests on almost every week. I do some solo episodes in there as well. We talk all kind of topics and read way more drama stories that I have time for just here on YouTube. But yeah, if you have not read it yet, check out my brand new book, Here Comes the Drama. And currently, I am working on my second book, in case you missed it. It's been a lot of fun, and I can't wait to get the next installment out to you guys. Hopefully by the end of the year. Who knows what's going to happen. So it's an interesting story. Thank you for sharing that. We will see. But thanks, guys, again, for hanging out with me and supporting me on this channel. It's been so much fun, and I love creating content for you. Bye now.